Welcome into another edition of Minot State Inside Access. I'll be joined by Kristin Long and Emily Byrne, but first off, as always, Coach Tyler Hughes of the football team. Coach, you guys showed significant progress on the field this week. Obviously still didn't get the ideal result, but what do you take from the game on Saturday? What did you see from your guys out on the field?
Well, we played much better fundamentally, in all three phases. We went back and looked at the tape. We tackled better. Our pursuit angles were better defensively. Our communication on both sides of the ball was better. I mean, just generally, overall, our fundamental football was a significant upgrade from where it's been. The other thing is we were able to generate some big plays, something that we hadn't really been able to do the first few ball games, and so that allowed us to have more success offensively. And so a lot of the things that we've been emphasizing we need to start doing, we did more so in this game. One nice thing that I saw also is that when we showed our guys the highlight reel kind of from on Sunday night from the Saturday game, there was a lot of different people on that film, and what that tells me is there's a lot of guys starting to figure out how to contribute to this team, and so we made some good progress, as you mentioned. It's not the ideal result, but we got better, which is a good thing.
One of the big things I'm sure everybody noticed was you went with two quarterbacks on Saturday. Is the position kind of still open for the guys to take, or do you have your mind made up about what you're going to do going forward?
Well, I haven't decided. Zach played fantastic. He did some really good things. There's some things that we could have done better, and him included. And Crosby made some good throws. He did have an interception which hurt us, and I think for both of them going forward, I'm just going to continue to press them and push them to be the best quarterback that they can be. I think Zach's earned some opportunity to continue to play and play significantly, so that was good to see for him, and we'll just kind of continue to just take it day by day, week by week.
Yeah, you've touched on the offense a little bit so far already. Your defense only gave up 3 points in the second half of the game. Can you just kind of talk about the improvements they've made as the season's gone on and what they showed out on the field on Saturday?
Well, it wasn't a real simple game plan defensively. I mean, we had different checks and different calls they had to communicate. They handled it very, very well. And then on top of that, Wayne State did some things offensively that we hadn't seen on film. And so we had to adjust not only to what we were already preparing for, but we had to make adjustments given the scheme versus some new wrinkles that Wayne State brought to the table. So I just felt like our kids played so much more confident. They understood the base foundation of what we're trying to do defensively now, and that allows them to make those quicker adjustments on the field where we weren't able to do that the first couple of weeks. So defense improved quite a bit. They played fantastic in a lot of different spots of the game. I was talking about certain guys really stepping forward and making plays that maybe we hadn't seen earlier in the year. Specifically, that happened on defense a number of times, so that was good to see as well.
Good. All right, Coach, when we come back, we'll focus on next week's game against Northern State. That's what we'll talk about when we get back.
Papa John, pizza maker. Peyton Manning, playmaker.
New season, Peyton. You got to have a kickoff deal to start it right.
Okay, like a superstition.
Yeah. You got any superstitions?
Score more points than they do?
It's not really superstitious.
It works.
Up your game with the new kickoff special. Get any large 2-topping pizza, only $10. Add a mega chocolate chip cookie for only $5 more.
Better ingredients, better pizza,
Better football.
Papa John's.
Don't let a sports injury leave your student athlete on the sidelines. Team up with the experts at Trinity Sports Medicine and put your champion back in the game.
I love going to games, I love educating, I love taking care of kids.
Serving student athletes across the region, Trinity's medical staff and certified trainers assess, rehabilitate, and reduce the injuries that put athletes at risk.
We're a part of this community, we're a part of these schools, we're a part of these kids' families.
Trinity Sports Medicine, always on your team.
Welcome back to Minot State Inside Access. Coach, you guys are taking on Northern State this weekend. They're 2-2, just came off a victory against Southwest Minnesota State in a shootout. Can you kind of just talk about what kind of team you're going to be facing out on the field?
Well, I think it's a team that, as we started to watch the film, a team that's really started to play well. I mean, they got a great win against Southwest Minnesota State. I think they're a team that plays well together. I mean, I think you can see that on film, that they understand where one another is going to be. They've got a good throwing game. They were able to move the ball very well. Offensively, we're going to have a stiff defensive challenge with this team. And then defensively, they do a variety of pressure, a variety of blitz looks, make it challenging on the offensive line and a quarterback. So we got to make sure we really handle that and play with some composure in that area with all those pressures. If we can do that, we'll be just fine.
What in particular do you think you guys can focus on this week? You know, you've improved a lot so far this year, really post-game last week. What can you do this week to make that final leap and get a W for the team?
Well, what we talked about Sunday night during our team meeting was the need to be more firm with our game plan earlier on in the week. So often what hurts a team or a player on the field is thinking, and they're trying to figure out what to do. So the sooner we can get that game plan really locked into our mind, so say like a Wednesday as opposed to like a Thursday or Friday, the more crisp it will come out on Saturday. So that's what we really emphasized with our team in our last meeting is let's get everything shored up quicker than we ever have before. That'll allow us to get more clean, quality reps rather than a lot of the thinking that goes on during the middle of the week, which again will translate to better success on Saturday.
Okay. Well, Coach, as always, thank you for joining me this week. Good luck next weekend. When we come back, we'll be joined by Emily Byrne and Kristin Long.
For 100 years, Minot State has grown as a premier university. Graduate and undergraduate students and faculty working in collaboration. NCAA Division II athletics. Community engagement. Preparing successful graduates. We're proud of our 100-year history and we're ready for a new century. In the midst of excellence, we have found our place, legacy, and vision. Minot State University. Be seen, be heard.
Take your next road trip in a bold new Dodge Durango from Four Bears Casino. Players Club members earn points September 1st through October 30th, playing slots to qualify for drawing entries. On October 31st, one lucky winner hits the road in a 2014 Dodge Durango. Must be 21 and a Players Club member. Visit the Players Club or fourbearscasino.com for details. Get wild at Four Bears Casino, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Welcome back to Minot State Inside Access. I'm joined by Kristin Long, midfielder on the women's soccer team. Kristin, you had 2 big games this weekend, 2 big wins. You had a goal and an assist. The team's coming together right now. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Well, the goal this weekend, it was a good pass from Sydney, and I saw that there was just a whole bunch of open space, so I dribbled and then I shot it. And I scored a goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys need to do going forward to keep having success throughout the season?
I think we just need to keep trying hard and putting in the effort because what we're doing right now is working well. So if we just keep doing what we're doing, I think it will continue to go well.
All right. You're from Arizona, so how did you end up here in North Dakota?
I came on my recruiting trip, and the soccer girls were super friendly and super nice, so it was just welcoming, and I liked it, so I came up here.
Where else were you looking to go?
I was looking in Colorado. There.
Okay. We'll get to a short break. When we come back, we'll have a few more questions for Kristin.
I was all about life under the city lights. I had offers to play from big schools on both coasts, a chance to live life in the fast lane. But I had another calling, to focus on my studies, on my sport. I came north. Here, I found peace. I found soul. I found what's real. These are my people. This is my school. This is what it's all about.
Welcome back. Kristin, what do you miss most about home in Arizona?
I miss the weather, it being warm.
Yep.
I don't like winter at all. And I miss my family too. It's hard being away from them.
Yeah, definitely. You guys all get to pick a song to run out to during your starting lineups. Is there any particular reason you chose yours?
I chose it because I'm short and it says "Go Shorty, it's your birthday." Okay. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, I thought it fit me pretty well.
Okay. What's your favorite part about playing soccer here at Minot State?
I like the friendships that I make and all the good times we have together. And yeah.
All right. Well, Kristin, thank you for your time. When we come back, we'll be joined by Emily Byrne.
Hello everyone, my name is Dallas Vardy, president of the Minot State University Beaver Booster Club. The Beaver Booster Club is the primary fundraising arm for MSU athletics and secures over 300 scholarships each year to MSU student athletes. Athletics builds traditions and lifelong relationships within the greater community. I invite you to join in our tradition and become a member of the Beaver Booster Club today. For more information, please log on to msubeavers.com or contact Chad McNally directly within the athletics office.
Welcome back to Minot State Inside Access. I'm joined by Emily Byrne, setter on the volleyball team here at Minot State. She's now the all-time assist leader in Minot State volleyball history. Emily, first of all, did you know you were close to the record when it happened, and were you somewhat surprised when it happened at the game?
Well, I kind of knew it was coming. My dad follows it pretty closely because he's my biggest fan, so he has been keeping track, but I didn't know it was going to come this weekend. I didn't really think it was going to come that fast, but I did know I was kind of close.
What did it feel like in the moment, and now that you've kind of had a little bit more time to let it soak in a little bit, what does it feel like now?
Well, in the moment, I actually didn't even hear them announce it, so I was kind of just standing around looking, and everybody was clapping, and then everyone was looking at me, and I was really confused. But then I realized what was going on, and it's just, right now, it's just kind of cool to have that title and just leave a mark in my essay history.
Your teammate Jen Dixon's on the verge of breaking a career milestone in the kills category here. What's it been like playing with her and kind of being a duo here at Minot State?
Well, obviously Jen is just a super amazing athlete. She's probably one of the best athletes that we have here at Minot State. So playing with her for the past 3 years, I guess this is my 3rd year with her. It's just been unreal. I mean, she is part of the reason I have that title. So she's just an amazing athlete and a great leader on the court. And just being my senior year with her as a senior too has been really awesome.
What are you gonna miss most when your career is over, when the season ends? What are you gonna miss most about the volleyball team here?
Well, pretty much everything. Probably the most being able to compete in the Northern Sun and just having that awesome competition and playing at such a high level. Like, I think I'll have volleyball with me the rest of my life, but just being able to compete at that high level is pretty awesome.
Okay. Emily, thank you for your time. That does it for another episode of Minot State Inside Access. Join us again next week when we have Tyler Hughes and another student athlete.